Hey Aries, welcome to your February reading. Don't forget, guys, I go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time here on YouTube for free with a show called High Vibe Mornings and free mini reads. So come hang out and get a fresh personal message just to you. I'm also going to link in the comments below if you want a personal reading. I'll do a link for that. And I'll also do a link for a free meditation to meet your spirit guides if you want to develop that connection with them. And I'll also in that same link, you'll get a free mini manifesting course if you want to master the law of attraction. Okay, so Aries, well, you're going through a lot, okay? This is a lot. And it's because you're kind of manifesting like an overall bigger change where like essentially where you don't feel so alone and you want to like feel more on your path. You want that family feel, and I definitely feel like you've put in a little more effort to connect with like actual blood biological family, and like that's good. They're definitely like applauding you. There's like maybe 1 or 2% more that you could put there and to connect with, especially the family that's closer to you, to just like connect with them a little bit more. But your emphasis is on like calling in soul sisters, life partner. Like it's definitely there. And so like what's going on is that you're legit making it harder than it has to be. You're making it, oh, my nails, I can't pick it up. You're making it like more complicated and harder than it has to be. It's like, but if he comes into my life, he has to like me and my daughter, and he has to get along with my mom, and oh my God, that's just impossible. It's like if he comes in, it has to be this way. You've got to switch the way you're talking about your manifestation from I want a guy who or he has to my man just gets along with my family. He doesn't need to be best friends with them, but I'm able to maintain good connections with my family with him in my life. He's kind, he's generous. So it's like speaking it in the present moment instead of I want him to have this, he needs to be able to do that. He just gets along with my family. It's so much easier to maintain contact with my family with him in my life. He and I flow so well. That's going to allow it to be simplified because you're making it way harder than it has to be to get your partner in. And with this card as like the crossing energy, the short, like look at it. It's like a beach with lava balls being thrown at it. So this is the one where like your thoughts aren't fully lined up thinking positively about your topic. It's not that you have to be like pure positivity, but it's a I want a life partner, and it's going to flow when I meet him, and it's going to feel good with him in my life, and we're just going to get along. It's the and statements, and it can be very general. You say go as general as you have to be so that you feel good when you talk about it, and it's going to feel good when he's here, and it's going to be fun doing things with him. I'm going to look forward to getting to know him. I'm going to look forward to getting to know his favorite color. It's going to be so fun taking him to a basketball game with grandma. And I know somehow him and Liv are going to connect in a way that like my daughter and I wouldn't connect. So that's like making it more simple. And with this card, this is your emotion and your anxieties are like running rampant and getting the best of you. So it's because the topic of what it is you're manifesting, which for some of you, it could definitely be money. Most of your energy is towards love though. Um, because you just already have some like squirrely belief systems and thoughts within you about it, you definitely want to make sure you're like just doing a 15-minute basic meditation every day, because that is like the maintenance for happiness. You know, if you want to lose weight, they always say walk 30 minutes a day. That's like the baseline minimum for like a healthy lifestyle, right? Same is true for your emotional and mental health. A 15-minute meditation. Set a timer for 15 minutes. You can focus on your breath, the feeling of your stomach expanding and deflating. You could even think the words in as you're breathing in, and you could focus on out, out, out as you're breathing out. Or sometimes I like to listen to a sound. If there's birds chirping, or like go on YouTube and find like a waterfall sound, listen to it first before you meditate to make sure you like the sound. And just when you set that timer for 15 minutes, when your mind wanders, it will. There's no judgment. It goes, oh, my mind wandered. I'm returning back to my breath. I'm returning back to the sound I'm listening to. Most people, when they meditate, the first 13 minutes, your mind is wandering. You typically only reach a meditative state the last 2 minutes, and that is enough. So, you guys like really have to keep that up. Um, Yeah, because like this is this is a Celtic cross, but the card meetings, the spirit guides are saying different card meetings for them. Because like for the day to day, they're saying that you have to make like more peace with where you're at, and you have to make more peace with the life that you created, so that that way when someone fills into your energy, like what do they need, what are they looking for? When it's a potential partner, you'll actually be at like instead of he has to like this, he has to like that, they'll be like, whoa, that's a complicated one. It'll just be oh, she wants good relationships with her family. Okay, well, I hope I get along with them. Like, I'm agreeable. I'm nice. Let's see what's mom all about. You kind of see that difference? And if you're at peace with like where you're at, all right. And like, let's just say you're like maybe overweight and trying to lose weight. If you're like, all right, this is my weight, but I'm getting healthier. I'm going to the gym. Like, God, it'd be so nice if they were like healthy too. It'd just be easier to go to the gym if they liked it too. Then when they feel into your energy, it'll be okay, she likes going to the gym. Like, she needs like a little bit of a gym buddy. Like, well, I've been meaning to go more consistently too. We can get in shape at the same time. So that's when you meditate, when you kind of just make peace with here's where I'm at and here's where I want to go. When people feel into your energy, scoping you out, they get that instead of, oh my God, I have to like her mom. Why is she sort of like her mom? Is mom crazy? I don't want to get involved in that. So it's kind of time to just switch that way. And somehow when he's here, it's going to be better. We're going to click. We're going to flow. My family life is going to get better. I'm going to be able to maintain good relationships. It's just all those and statements is thinking thoughts that help you get towards your desire. It looks like in your recent past, you definitely went through like a bit of a rebirth, a bit of an awakening. And the awakening is coming into the now moment. You got the 10 of trees. So it's kind of like something happened that made you realize finding that stable life partner is definitely of utmost importance. And it is like the most important thing to you right now. And it kind of looks like going into the near future, you're going to have a little bit of the mender, which is where it looks like you're just going to make peace with the choices you've made in terms of your love life to get you to where you're at right now. And I'm feeling called to share this story with you. I definitely hit a moment. A lot of people over the age of 35 do this. You start to like beat yourself up for decisions you made when you're younger. Why didn't I do this when I had that youthful energy and optimism? Maybe I just made a choice and now I'm like doomed for this the rest of my life. You just start to like kind of have like a little bit of regret for choices you made. And so what happened is I took off. And it made it even worse that it was like the red pills community the last of my prime years. I took off and I traveled by myself for 2 years. And I was really starting to go like, wow, those last 2 years, I did that, and I was beating myself up for that choice. But then what like as I was cleaning my house one day, I saw these old photos of my traveling time, and I saw a photo of like me and my uncle, and I was like, oh my God, like that time was so worth it. I spent 7 to 9 months with him, spread out over 2 years. Being there with him, taking care of him, cooking, learning so much about life, hearing about his whole military career, and it was just like, I was like, that was worth it. So it's like making peace with the decisions you've made, right? Because now, if you think about it, like, do you want someone who's boring, or do you want someone who's like, whoa, you traveled for 2 years by yourself when you were that young? You got to like kick it with your uncle? Because had I been married, I wouldn't have been able to kick it with my uncle for those 7 to 9 months. Well, it was 9 months, but spread out over a 2 year period. And there were other family members too that I spent that time with. So it's recognizing that like all those relationships were worth it. All that time, all that way I chose to spend my time was worth it. Now I have cool stories. Whereas before, had I not made peace with it, I would have been having that beating myself up energy of like, oh, I made messed up decisions when I was younger. So when people feel into it, they're like, oh man, what did she do in her past? She regrets it. But now it's like, dang, I had a cool year travel, a cool 2 year travel experience where I got to really know some family members in depth that I wouldn't have been able to know. Like, hey, did you know this about the military? Oh my God, my uncle was so cool. He taught me this. Like, do you see the difference of the two? So it's definitely like I make peace with the decisions I made. I intend to be able to look favorably on my past and how it's guided me to where I am today, because I know that when I meet someone, I want to be able to share the cool stuff about my life and the highlights of it and how proud I am for everything I overcame and how proud I am for getting where I am today. Like, set that as your intention, you know? Because then it's the same life story, but then when someone feels into your energy, you're gonna be like, wow, like, dude, she's overcome some stuff and she's proud of her story and she's like gotten to happiness now. Like, I want to get to know her. Okay, in terms of your personal power this month, your personal power is literally like meditate 15 minutes a day and relax, knowing that like you are on your path. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's happening. I'm on my path. I'm being guided. Like, it is coming in. It's coming in. I'm on my path. So it's just, it's like the more that you can relax the muscles in your body and just like reaffirm to yourself that you're on the path, it's coming in, the easier it's going to be for you. It looks like outside influences. Well, whoever it is that you're letting go of in your life, you're kind of starting to recognize that they're a bit more like depressed and deflated than you thought they were. But so this is where you can acknowledge yourself a little bit and go, oh, okay, I'm like higher vibe than I thought I was, because before I thought they were so cool. I thought they just had their life in order. But now you can actually see, oh, wow, they're a little bit more depressed and jaded than I thought they were. So that means that you're starting to vibe higher than that if you can actually notice it. Because if you're at the same vibe, you're just like, oh, yeah, that's the way the world works. Oh, I'm so glad I have someone to kick it with. But when you start to go, oh, what? They're depressed. They don't think they could change their reality? Well, I do. I may not have full confidence and full belief yet, but I know that I can start meditating 15 minutes a day and start going on that path of changing my reality. So do you see how it's an indicator that like your vibes are shifting and changing? Okay, so it looks like in terms of your hopes or fears for this month, well, yours is definitely a hope. You're like, I'm ready to start passionately living life again. And I think for you, this is definitely going to involve community. Because why I say that is because for your outcome for this month, you got the Five of Tree card, and that's kind of the card of like a little bit of financial worry. So it kind of just feels like to me like there's a little bit of a, you can go down the path of hiring out help, which is like well, gosh, I have to pay someone to do that. It'll be this much and that much. And then I won't be in abundance when I'm meeting my person, all that like complicated worry that I pointed out early in the read. Or you can, you know what, I do want to passionately live life. And what would help me passionately live life is if I had a community. So that means that they're going to be doing errands and chores and favors for me, but it also means I'm going to be doing errands and chores for them. So when I'm doing things for them, I'm going to feel good about myself about positively contributing to someone's life. And however I'm positively contributing to their life is going to be in a way where it fuels me and it feels good and they feel good receiving it. And however it is they give to me, it's going to be stress off my back and it's going to be easy for them. Do you see how all of this is those end statements I was talking about? And it's going to be easy for them, and they're going to see how delighted I am and how much stress it takes off my back. Because you kind of like have a choice. Are you just going to go fine, I'm just going to do it alone? Or are you going to have all right, I'm ready to like build some like deep connections with people, to call in some community, to have that best friend. Like, guide me, show me, universe, help me accept myself, help me love myself, and show me all the reasons why I can have someone like that in my life. Show me all the reasons why they want that. Guide me to the people who want what I want. That's the way to be viewing it, Aries. All right, Aries. So that was overall, I'd say, I mean, good reading. You're definitely gonna have to like focus and prioritize like your mental and emotional health with like a base 15-minute meditation a day. All right, I will link to a free meditation to meet your spirit guide and mini manifesting course below. I'll link to personal reads. Don't forget, I go live on Monday through Thursday here on YouTube, 11 a.m. Eastern time with free mini reads. So come hang out. I love you all. Hope you have a good day.